Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, wherever you might be watching in the world. First, I have to apologize that it's been 3 months since the last time I did anything, whether it was on Facebook, here on YouTube, or whatever. It doesn't matter. But before I go any further, please give me a sound check. Can everybody hear me okay? Don't want to be talking this entire time only to find out that my audio is not even working correctly or not. Whew. Bobble the shot. Thank you so much. All right, so I can be heard. Well, the title says it all, right? Tomorrow, I go to a doctor's appointment for a routine checkup. And right after that doctor's appointment, I'll be heading up to Frisco, Texas to be prepared to battle in this year's 2026 U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship. I've already seen the brackets, and I've already seen who my first opponent is going to be, and it's none other than FEDOR GORST. So I definitely have my work cut out for me, which is the reason why I wanted to do this stream here, and that's to go ahead and practice against the 9-ball ghost. The interesting part is that I'm not going to be able to break okay tonight until my arm starts to cool off, because I did exercise today, and today was arm day. And I had already tried to do a couple of breaks, and my arm just felt like jello. So I can tell you that my first couple of breaks are going to look funny. But we're here to practice. We're here to have a good time, and I need to eventually try to be better at posting content for all of y'all to watch. So tournament play is supposed to start on Tuesday. So Monday is basically just a travel day. And then, I'm going to go as far as I possibly can go in this event. This will be the first time I've ever played in an event like this. But FEDOR GORST is not the first professional pool player that I've ever played against. He is the top most pool player that I've ever played against. But I can say that the first professional player that I've ever played against was against Justin Bergman at the Texas Open. And I think if I remember correctly, he beat me like 9-4 or 9-3 or something. And of course, I was happy to get the racks that I got against him. I've also played up against Vitaly Patsura twice. I think the first time I played against him, he beat me 9-3. And then the second time I played him, he beat me 9-1. And that was also at the Texas Open. I've also played against Roland Garcia. And I played him at the Texas 9-Ball Classic, where he beat me 7-5 in a race to 5. So I was really happy about that performance. And I've also played against Jesus Atencio at the Texas Open, and he beat me 9-1. So I've at least had my chances to play up against professional pool players in my lifetime. But to play up against a caliber player like FEDOR GORST, this is going to be quite an experience. So what I'm going to do tonight is the same thing I did 3 months ago. I didn't realize it's been 3 months since the last time I did a live stream. I'll be playing against the 9-ball ghost with the 9 on the spot, breaking from the box. Until my arm cools off, I'm not going to be breaking firm. After seeing that whole fiasco with Robbie Capito that happened to him, I'm only going to wonder what my actual breaks are going to look like. I'm certainly going to be trying to break firmly when I'm actually up there. But tonight here in practice, until my arm starts to cool off, there it's probably going to be a little funny. But I don't want to waste anybody's time. But before I do get started, I do have to give shout outs to my sponsors here. You first see TaomBilliards, because I use their chalk, I use their glove, and I use their tips. The tip that I have on my shaft is a Taom Fusion. Next you see is Moonlighting Billiards. They are a company that makes these acrylic cutouts that allow you to set up balls in a straight line, up to a maximum of 9, called their drill partner. And that's if you want your balls to be evenly spaced apart in a nice, perfect straight line. You can go up to 9. You obviously don't have to use the entire thing. They also have that drill partner cut up into pieces of 3, where you can, and that's called their road edition. And then they also have a curved one where you can put 2 balls in a curved motion to create a semicircle or even a full circle. Whenever you see a sponsor that has a little bit of text underneath it, like this one here, that also means I have a discount code with them. So for Moonlighting Billiards, if you go to their website, moonlightingbilliards.com, you can use my discount code LilChris10 and get 10% off of your purchase if you decide you want to try out their drill partners, whether it's their road edition or their normal drill partner. My cue sponsor, JFlowers. I unfortunately do not have a discount code with them anymore, but I still love to use their cues. Probably one of the most affordable cues and still best shooting cues at the same time, as far as affordability and performance at the same time. Be sure to check out their website, jflowerscues.com. The ICA training system, that is a projection system that allows you to set up drills and a bunch of other cool stuff. To be able to practice over and over again. And I'll be demonstrating the ICA training system a whole lot after the Texas Open, because that's going to be the next event. Once I finish with the U.S. Open this coming week, the following Friday, not this coming Friday, but the following Friday begins the Texas Open. That I'll also be playing in. And as far as I know, a lot of players that are playing in the U.S. Open are coming down to also play in the Texas Open. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I did see a couple of more. So I do have a sponsorship with Perimeter Billiard Lights. That's the light that I have that actually lights up my room to have a nice rectangular light to go around your table, whether it's a 7-foot table, 8-foot table, 9-foot table, and I even think they go up to a 10-foot table. I was proud to get them as a sponsorship, and they offered me a discount code, which if you go to their website, perimeterbilliardlights.com, you can use LilChris5 to get 5% off of your purchase. And I think last but not least, I did see Outsville. They are the makers of the Accu-Racks, the template racks that for 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball. They even have a 3-ball speed pool one. They have a shark saver, which is just a pad of cloth if you want to use that as a break cloth. And I think they're going to bring back their straight pool template racks, which is going to be nothing but like little stickies that you can put on the table. And you're going to see something similar because I have reinforcement labels currently on my table when I do play straight pool. But they also have a template cut out to where it's nothing but a bunch of stickies that kind of give you a perfect rack where every ball is frozen together, leaning towards the center, but strictly for straight pool. So that way there's nothing for you to have, there's no template rack for you to take off the table. I do have a discount code with them. Visit their website, outsville.com. Use LilChris10, LIL, LIL space apostrophe Chris 10 to get 10% off of your purchase. So now that I've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started because this is nothing but practice. Feel free to roast me in the comments when you start to see my breaks, because they're not going to be pretty until my arms cool down. But here we go. Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. I'm going to turn the stream on here on my television. So that way I can hopefully read some of the chats while I'm out here. Where is my live stream? Hang on, everybody. Give me just a moment. Mute the TV because I don't want any sounds from it. Oh, I have to also confess, you're going to see some ads playing during my live stream. This is just to help me collect a little bit of revenue. I did almost forget about that. There we go. Okay. Now that that's on, hopefully the chat will be connecting and I can see the chat. All right. So I can certainly attempt to talk and voice my thoughts on how I'm trying to piece my way through the rack and stuff. I don't mind doing any of that. I will be taking ball in hand after the break, and I might do a set here in the stream where I don't take ball in hand. So we'll see. Like I said, feel free to roast me in the comments when you see how bad my breaks are. Oh, that wasn't that bad. I guess my arm is starting to wake up. I will take a 9 on the snap, though. Now, considering that I am taking ball in hand, yes, that does mean that if a cheese is available, I'm certainly going to take it. So, certainly do not mind starting off the set like that. Like I said, one thing I'm eventually going to wonder when I'm actually breaking at the event, if I am going to be breaking firm enough. Obviously, won't know that until I get there. As far as how I'm racking tonight, it will be random-ish, and the 2-ball will be rotating between this third row, the back ball, and then this third row. All of the other ones will be semi-random. All right, so that was a nice start. Let's see if I can do something similar to that again. On the last rack, I couldn't really remove my template rack because a ball did stop on it. Okay. So when I look at this rack, I can play the 2 in the side, get position for the 3 in the corner, probably come around here for the 4 ball in the side pocket. That sets me up for the 5 down there. That means the 6 can probably go up there. I use 1 or 2 rails to get position on the 7. 8 might go here, and then 9 might go in that corner there. It looks like, actually, you know what? I'm not sure how I feel about this position anymore. I might play the 2 ball on the side and try to come like right around here for the 3 ball, so that way I can go out like this to get position on the 4, out towards the middle of the table. I think that might be a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's what I'm settled on. Whoa. Okay, now I can just roll forward a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to push to the rail so I can get fairly flat on the 5. Oh, that's not as flat as I'd like to be. With this angle here, I think that means I have to get positioned somewhere over here for the 6 ball. Oh. Can't bridge comfortably and reach comfortably. And another thing that I know that might be pressuring for me is going to be the shot clock. I don't know how that might affect my play. Oh, I hit that a little on the soft side. The dusty old muffin, you like the name of my opponent? All right, let's see. Hardest shot here. I'm probably going to have to go 2 rails to have a chance at this 7. Hopefully I don't scratch either. Off the rail, though. Ah. All right, we got to make do. Shoot the 7. I think my cue ball is going to come to this rail and hopefully come back out over here. 8's going to have to go over here. I don't really want to risk spinning the cue ball any more than I have to because of being on the rail here. See what I mean? But I did hit that one a little too hard. Yikes. And it looks like I've got an angle. Oh, man. This is hard to judge whether or not if I just want to try to float it in and see if my cue ball will just drift up here, and then maybe I can shoot the 9 on the side. Otherwise, I'm forced to maybe try to elevate and try to pull my cue ball back this way and shoot the 9 in the corner. This is a little tricky. But I'm going to try to take the easy route here, or the easier route. Just try to roll the ball in. So you can see the path where if I kept on going, I might not have scratched, but had I hit that 8-ball any harder, then my cue ball would float along the tangent line a little bit more, then start to push forward, which makes me believe I might have scratched. Now hopefully I can just come with it. My side pockets are not the friendliest of pockets. Oh, there we go. Corner 4 Billiards, what's up, brother? All right, so last time the 2 was in the back of the rack, so now I'm going to move it to my right side. Actually, it'll be y'all's right side as well. And I'm hoping once I get done with the Texas Open and things start to calm down a little bit with my work life, that I'll be able to start publishing more videos. You know, as often as I can. I want to say at least once a week, but I mean certainly more often than I have been doing lately. That's at least my plan. Eves, you predict a 9-0 sweep? Is that going to be for me or for Gorst? Or are we talking about this exhibition match right now? Okay, this one's tough. 1 at one end of the table, 2 here, 3 at the other end of the table, and then 4 here. So big movement between the 3 and the 4, and even from the 4 to the 5 is certainly not going to be a piece of cake. Gee whiz. I'm not exactly sure what to do here. Because it almost looks like no matter what, I'm gonna have a stroke shot on the 3 ball in order to get to the 4. I think what I'm thinking is get nice and flat on the 2 ball. That way I can play a stop shot that gives me just a small angle where I gotta force the cue ball down table and come back up for the 4. Ooh. Man, this is tough. Let's see here. Mark Heinsvatter, you're asking about the Texas Open or the U.S. Open. If you're asking which one am I playing in, the answer is I'm playing in both. I'm actually driving up to Frisco, Texas. I mean, I live here in Texas, but I'm driving up to Frisco, Texas tomorrow afternoon. And then play starts on Tuesday. Ooh, this one kind of sucks. I thought it was going to get nice and flat so that way I can play a stop shot. Now it looks like maybe I can stun over to here and then get a cut angle on the 3-ball. And with a cut angle on the 3-ball, that'll allow me to maybe maneuver to the 4 a little bit better. So I think that's what I'm going to end up going for, is to get a cut angle on the 3. Oh, barely got it. I almost got hooked. All right. Here's where things get a little tricky. A lot of times I try to zigzag my cue ball, but because since I have traffic here, I'm probably going to try to hit the rail and then come over here over by the Accu-Rack. Oh, which one am I practicing for? I'm practicing for the U.S. Open, because the U.S. Open is going to be using, it's WNT match room style, so the 9 balls on the spot, and then we're breaking from the box. But the Texas Open, they're going back to their roots. They're used the past few years. The Texas Open would be 9 on the spot with the break box rule, but they're moving it back to what they used to do, which is 1 on the spot, and they are going to be using the 3-point rule with no break box. So this is going to be a big moving shot here. See how I can do here. Don't scratch. There we go. Don't get flat on the 4 either. I got to be able to maneuver. I did get a small angle, so now I can try to go 2 rails and then come back over here for the 5-ball. I do think I need a pinch of inside spin. Brent, you're saying, am I coming to the opening at Rollertown tomorrow? I don't know. By the time I get done with my doctor's appointment, I expect to be on the road by 12. And traffic pending, I might make it there between 4 and 5. So I'm not entirely sure about the opening ceremony stuff that you're talking about, if I'll be able to make it. Ah! That's what I was afraid of. There we go. Good shape, though. That's another thing that I'm worried about. My pockets are 4.5. My corners are 4.5 inches, and then my side pockets are 5 inches. And my pockets are not easy by any means. It's very difficult to rail a ball in, like what almost happened there. If I brush the rail at all, then the chances of the ball falling in are very, very little. Sometimes it will happen. And I'm hoping, so at least here on my table, that has caused me to try to play a little tighter and a little bit more accurate. And I'm hoping that that's going to transfer over on smaller pockets, which I think is 4-inch corner pockets and 4.5-inch side pockets. Also, all ball foul is something I'm not used to playing with, so I got to be very well aware of my clothing to make sure that I don't accidentally touch a ball. And as you can see, if I'm not taking ball in hand, this is going to be. I mean, I could probably try this, but maneuvering from the 2 to the 3 is very tough. But in reality, for this type of practice, if I'm not taking ball in hand, the ghost is probably going to destroy me. But I'll certainly try a set without taking ball in hand. I don't have any objections to doing that. Oh, this is tough. The 4 barely squeezes by into the side pocket, which you already heard me say. I don't even like shooting in my side pockets. So the 3 to the 4, I think, is my most tricky shot. Dusty old muffin. I just use straight bottom. I don't put any outside spin on the ball. Oh, I got a little flat. Wish I would have gotten a little bit of an angle here. Because my cue ball is barely going to move, and I barely have any room to try. I'd rather be straight in on that 4 ball if I'm going to try to shoot it into the side pocket. Ooh, this stinks. I'm almost inclined to try to draw it past the side pocket, which I think that's what I'm going to have to try to do. Right, this should allow me to hopefully comfortably roll the ball in. As long as I stay on this side of the shot line, I can probably come around to shoot the 6 into the same corner. If I get a little too close to the shot line, then I can stay on the short side of the 6 ball and shoot it in that corner. But I got to make the 4 ball first. Oh, thank you, 5 ball, and kind of no thank you at the same time. Oi. What do I do here? Oh. Don't know if I can spin around the 6 ball, especially using the bridge. I'm gonna try though. Ah, just barely. Just barely. Just checking to see what type of shot I could possibly have here. The last time I played against the Ghost in this format, I think I lost. I mean, I lost every set, but the closest one I thought I got to was a hill match. So I certainly would like to win for y'all this time if I can. Oh, don't get straight in. Of course, that's what happened. I got to do a perfect draw here. And I overdrew it. Okay. Made it inside last time, so let's see if I can do it again. There we go. Any plans to resume the race? What do you mean by that? Eves, are you talking about my straight pull road to 100? Because I haven't stopped playing straight pull, like, at all. I've still practiced my straight pull game a lot off camera. Yep. Yeah, I haven't given that up. That'll definitely be coming back after the Texas Open. We'll definitely see some more live streams of me trying to run 100 balls. Hell, running 50 balls, maybe at least on stream on my 9-foot table, because that's been the most difficult thing for me to do right now. It was a little bit easier to do on my old 8-foot table, but it's been really difficult here on my 9-foot table. But best believe that that'll definitely be coming back after the Texas Open. Okay. When I look at this, ooh, this is tricky. 1 and the 2 can go into the same corner. I'm trying to decide if I want to play the 3 in the corner, but I don't like that at all. I don't like trying to maneuver through the 5 and the 8 by playing the 3 in the corner. So that means I might end up playing the 3 in the side, which makes maneuvering between the 5 and the 8 a little bit easier. So if I get an angle that looks something like this, it's not exactly straight in, I can follow forward and hit the rail, spin between the 2 of them, and I should have some sort of cut shot on the 4 ball, which should allow me to get position on the 5. So I believe that is the way to go. The question is, how do I get position on the 2? Justin, you're asking me how pumped am I for my draw? I mean, I said it earlier in my intro. FEDOR GORST is not the first professional I've ever played against. He is by far the top most rated professional player that I've ever played against. But, I mean, as an amateur going into an event like this, I can only try to go into it with as much positive vibes as I possibly can. Do the best that I know how, like I'm going to try to demonstrate during this ghost set, and just see what happens. Like, just see what happens. That's the best thing I can go off of right now. Certainly wouldn't mind taking a rack or 2 off of FEDOR. I think that would be great. And what I mean by taking a rack or 2 off of him is not by him missing the 8 or the 9. I mean, like, legitimately. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm left an 8 or a 9 ball and I can steal a rack that way, sure, that would be great. But I'd also like to legitimately like take a couple of them off of him as well. I don't think I got my straight in angle that I wanted. That's going to make this maneuver a little bit... Yeah, I didn't get it. That's going to make this maneuver a whole lot harder, especially since I don't know if my side pocket is going to be able to take the force I'm about to put on this. Because I have to try to go 1, 2, and then come over here. Unless I want to be, if I want to be froggy and try to cross bank the 3 ball while sending my cue ball down here. But we're not doing that. Oh, I'll take a fluke. That's why they call it 9 ball. I'll certainly take a fluke. But now what? Oh, so I think I'm left with no choice but to try to make the 4 on the side. I cannot tell if I'll bump into the 9, But whether I do or if I don't, I'm setting myself up for a bank shot on the 5 ball. I don't think there's anything else I can risk. I'm not going to try to play a 4-8 combination. I mean, it's there, but that's so much harder. Oy. So here's the bank on the 5. I got a natural 3-railer to get position on the 7. Okay, come up towards the middle of the table for an 8 aside. Ooh, I hit that like a baby. I hit that so scared. All right, so I think the natural angle just takes me up here, and I can possibly get position for the 9 on the side. Oh, I actually overcut that. Are you kidding me? Wow. I cut that to and hit this point here. Dadgummit. That would have been a nice rack to win on camera after getting a fluke and banking the 5. Appreciate that, Justin. I mean, like I'm not a lifetime pool playing. I mean, I'm a pool playing fanatic. Don't get me wrong, but I'm still also just a regular working guy. I mean, I have my 9 to 5 as a software developer, and lately it's been more like a 9 to 9 as a software developer. I practice as often as I can. I try to play as often as I can. I recently, on my Facebook page, I recently published some highlights that I got playing in a weekly tournament at Skinny Bob's. And I hadn't played in a tournament in like months before that. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm certainly going to go up there and try to have a good time. I'm certainly going to try to go up there with no expectations. I just want to go up there, play my game, learn whatever it is I need to learn, and then bring it home and work on it. That's about it. I don't like the 3 and the 4 being where they're at with this starting position. I hit that ball scared. Okay. Should have thought about this a little bit more because the 6 does not pass by the 7. So I think I got to try to do a maneuver that's either going to plant me here or here. I'm either going to be playing the 6 here or here with the maneuver that I'm about to try. It's a high inside 3-railer. Trying to do 1, 2. I got to get to about right here. And so if I hit it too hard, that's why the likelihood of me getting here is pretty high. Go. Bump into the 7 if you're going to do this to me. Yeah. Okay, well, I at least still have a shot. Nope. That is the bane of my existence. I've played on much more forgiving pockets than these, where like there are tables that I played on where that ball still could have fell in, but that's okay. Lately now, I don't even want to do that. I don't want to hit rails anymore. All right, I can hear my work computer, so I need to go mute it. Give me just a second, folks. I'm in my office. All right, there we go. Good luck. I just watched like 10 minutes, like 2 racks. Just wonder out of this game is 6, how many times you play ball in hand after the break? So Della Rocha, I'm playing ball in hand after every break. In this particular set. Like I said, later on I might try a set where I won't take ball in hand. Because even right now, like if I don't take ball in hand here, like the ghost is likely to win this rack like immediately. So that's a high demand to ask for an amateur like myself. Oi, some big movements here from the 2 to the 3. Question is how? And this 6 ball is really huge, and I gotta dodge all this middle traffic. I'd love to be able to go 1, 2, and then come up over here, but to dodge all that traffic, this might be my best bet is to go that way. Oh, this stinks. I don't like this at all. Might be able to do a force follow and come in between the 7 and the 5. What am I going to do? This is tough. I'm not sure what to do here. But let's try this. This is the one where I was talking about. Don't hit it too hard. Okay. All right, now I'm going to reanalyze because that was a big movement. So maybe the 4 on the side. And how do I get from the 5 to the 6? De La Rocha, they have their own template racks that they use. Like, you won't see these reinforcement labels. I'm a straight pull player as well. That's why I have these reinforcement labels on my table. But at the event, they have their own template racks. They'll most likely be. There will be referees racking for us, and we don't have to call anything. Justin, if the one ball hits here, since I break from the left side of the table, I'm hitting too thick. If the one ball hits here, I'm hitting too thin. That's the rule of thumb with the cut break. Boy, did I hit that too hard? Gee whiz! Why did I hit that so hard? Dusty Old Muffin, I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe there'll probably be one rack or one ref for every 4 tables. I think that's been the most standard thing I've heard. Bust your way through. That's not busting your way through. Hey. All right, let's see if my Jello arms can jump this ball. This is a little close for my taste. I normally don't like jumping at a ball that's this close. Especially since it's going to be difficult to read for my short stature. Well, at least I hit it. Do I get lucky anywhere? Not quite. Jedi Theron, I have no idea how many tables will be at the event. This is the first time I've attended an event like this. I mean, even watching the event, like watching the Arizona Open, past U.S. Opens and stuff. Like I don't know how many tables they have there at the venue. Last couple of racks have been a struggle bus. Yeah, like that one, I saw the one ball hit here, so I cut it way too thin. So this is not bad. I mean, I can rail first the one ball if I did not want to take ball in hand here. But I think on this one, just do a natural 3-railer for shape. So 1 and 2 in the same, 3 goes here, 4 goes here. Got to get position for the 7 to go here most likely, 8 over there, and the 9 over here. Not the rail. It hit you harder than that. Was me overcutting the one ball and overcorrection? It's hard to tell. I'm trying to do a half ball hit, right? So I'm aiming center cue ball to the edge of the one ball and use the right amount of draw with the right amount of power. I mean, for all I know, it could have been that I was cutting it too much. It could have been that I might have been using too much draw on top of using too much power. So I have an idea of like how you're supposed to do the break. I just haven't like fully dialed it in. I think because I think I've made the one on the side a couple of times already. I just don't have it as down as I would like to. Past the side pocket a little bit. Whoa, I might pass the side pocket too much. Slow down. Oh. Go, let's tie it up. I've already forgotten where I racked the 2-ball. So I'm just going to put it over here. I have not been keeping good track of where I racked the 2-ball, so that way I can rotate it. So like that one there, I could swear I thought I hit it the same thickness, and it ends up being slightly too thick, or maybe I didn't put enough draw. So it's like it's very difficult to dial in like the right parameters on a consistent basis that allow the ball to go in. Okay. Oh, this is just gross. I'm inclined to want to take a 1-6 combination, so that way my one ball is up there to play position for the 3. I think I can hit this accurately enough to where I won't lose position on the one ball. I'll just replace the 6, because just trying to maneuver to this 3 ball is not going to be easy. Because I can see where I can get a little thick of a hit, maybe hit this rail and kind of spin up here. But I guess let's give that a try. Maybe I don't even have to hit the rail at all. I might be able to just draw my way out of it. And actually, the more I think about it, the more I like playing the 1-6 combo, because, quote unquote, if I get it to work, playing from the 3, 4, and the 5, and then going from the 5 to the 7, I think will certainly be a little bit easier than going from the 5, 6 to the 7. So I think I will take I will take my chances with this combo. Right? Right? Will I take my chances with this combo? So many things could go wrong, because if I hit this ball in and my one ball ends up right there, then like the rack is over. Like what's about to happen right now? Oh well. I asked for that. That's completely on me. I can still make the ball. I'm not worried about that. If I can accurately run into the 9, then maybe the 9 will break my cue ball. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I accurately hit the 9. I cannot tell if I can. It looks like my hit on the 3 is going to be an overcut, and I can't afford to get any closer because of the 5 ball. Oh, that's what I was afraid of. And see, with that much inside spin, just to be able to get decent position on the 4 ball. Okay, so note to self: don't take a combo like that. I don't think I could have made the 3 ball. I was coming awfully close to hitting that 5 ball first. Whew. Tough game when you're not allowed to miss or not allowed to play safe, because a safe is considered a miss. See, I get close. I get close, but I'm not playing horseshoes here. And the other thing is, when I try breaking up there, what's it going to be like? You know, slicker conditions. It certainly will not be the same. Ooh, I was playing with fire there. So y'all y'all are not going to be able to see this on camera, but now I got to make sure that my shirt doesn't touch this 5-ball. And how the heck am I supposed to know if my shirt touches the 5-ball or not? Or let alone I got to make sure my beard doesn't touch the ball either. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Jeez, I thought I hit that a whole lot softer than that. You gotta be kidding me. All right, whatever. I think from here now I gotta go for the 9. I think this is the right play. Oh! Hey! Even if I would have missed the 9, I still would have made the 6. Yeah, just for funsies, we cleared the entire table. Oh. This is a workout. I'm breaking a sweat. I think if I was just playing with the cameras off, I wouldn't be feeling this amount of pressure. Yeah. Is the pressure that I'm feeling comparable to what I'm going to feel at the event? Probably not. I think the event's going to be more pressuring. Oh. So way off on that one since I didn't make a single ball. I could have sworn I was cutting that pretty darn. I thought I was cutting it correctly, but apparently I hit it way too thick. So everything looks okay as far as movements are concerned. I don't see any real big concerning movements. The only thing I think I'm worried about is getting on the wrong side of this ball, because clearly I want to play the 5-ball down there. But if I have an angle that looks like this, that means I get on this side, which is no good because I'd end up with a 5-6 combination. I think the 3 to the 4 is my most worrisome spot, which probably tells me I do not want to play this maneuver because I'll be easily crossing over that shot line. So what's the right way to play this? Maybe get a thin cut and come somewhere right around here. I think that might be the way to go. Oh, crap. I thought I could certainly spin around the 7. Well, that stinks. Oh, there you go. There's my rookie mistake. I could have sworn I was able to spin around the 7 and not run into it. Oh. For regular guys, what's my opponent's weakness? He doesn't have one. He's the what? He's number 2 ranked in the world and number 3 ranked in the tour. I think my opponent doesn't have a weakness. Oh, come on, I'll take a roll. Never mind, I'm scratching. Straight to cross bank the ball. Did I mark the? No, I did not. Oh, B. Matthews, you must be joining the stream a little late. But let go of my Lego answered the question for you. So after this set is over, I'll come chit chat with everybody for a little bit to take a small break. Oh, for certainly for regular guys, it is a privilege to be able to test my game against one of the best in the world. He is, like I said, he is certainly the top most rated player I've ever played against. He's not my first professional player I've ever played against, though. There we go. There's the one on the side, but I mean, my cue ball's not supposed to go around the rack. But I mean, I'll take it. I can at least see the 2 ball, but I'm not shooting the cue ball from there. Oh man, lots of tight movement here. I might have to shoot the 5 and then bump into the 6. Unless I get a position like this on the 5, because then I can shoot it in and drag my cue ball out to here. Not so serious pool 75. Yes, I saw that you are an ambassador for JFlowers. Welcome to the team, my friend. I've been stealth watching your videos, man. They've been great. Don't get behind the 8. All right. Oh, and if you want proof that I've been stealth watching your stuff, tell me else who says who calls themselves Mr. Tell It Like It Is. Okay, let's see here. Like the shape that I have right now on the 5 would be perfect if I can get it. Fernando, you're asking how big is my game room? Last time I measured it, it's like almost like 19-ish by 20, I think. And it's still not perfect. There's a spot over by this pocket here where there's a slight chance that I can hit a wall if I'm like cueing from inside of the pocket. But everywhere else is perfectly fine. Oh, I hit that like a baby. Oy. What would I say motivates me to play my best? Myself. I mean, lately I can say like I don't have any expectations of like being a top rated pro player or anything, but I just want to be able to play well. And that's really difficult for me to define. What does playing well mean? I mean, I think I'm playing well now. I mean, I've lost a couple of racks. I mean, I'm not expected to not miss. Like even as an amateur playing a format like this, I'm going to miss from time to time. Ah, hit it too thick. Yeah, tell me about it. When it comes to two, well, I mean, in an actual match, um, I'm certainly not going to be permitted to miss a whole lot. But there are plenty of opportunities, even during this set that I'm playing right now, where I probably wouldn't have mind playing position to play a safety versus playing position to play for the next shot. But what type of safeties am I going to be able to play against a player like FEDOR GORST? I have no idea. So that's where I can say like I'm just gonna do my best and see what happens. Oh, I overcut that one. This is starting to not look good for the home team, especially with a tricky layout like this. Like, I'm almost inclined to play for the 2-9 combo. I can't play for the 2 to go into a pocket. There's so much risk involved in that. Yeah, I mean, I think I have to play for the 2-9 combo. So let me see what the perfect line is going to be. Get out of my cue ball. So somewhere right around here, I think, is the perfect line. Okay. Let's play for this type of an angle. It's off the rail a little bit. I'll take it. I'll take it. Whew. Okay, come on. I did have a golden break the last time I streamed this. I wouldn't mind doing another one. Right now, my breaks have been really bad. Oh, I almost made the one. Get out of the game, 5-ball. What are you doing? So y'all are kind of getting a sneak peek, right? Because again, if I play the ghost without taking ball in hand, like what am I supposed to do in a scenario like that? But I will certainly give it a try. I will certainly give it a try. Oh, this is tough. All right, I do believe the 3 has to go here with the route that I see my cue ball traveling, I think. Something like that. You're over there, like I said. Now the question is, where do I want to play the 4? I got plenty of options here, but sheesh. I currently do not know what time the match is going to be. The heck do I do here? Like, seriously. Yeah. I got to be careful, though, because like I'm pretty sure that comes close to violating the shot clock there. I got to make decisions much quicker. Eventually, I got to figure out how could I incorporate a shot clock in this format, playing against the Ghost with no one at my computer to drive the stream. and reset the clock when appropriate. That is a challenge. Right? Would AI be able to detect that I've taken a shot, and so therefore when the cue ball stops moving, to reset the clock? Like, I don't know. You know, the same thing with like giving me some beep when I come close to running out of time. There we go. Scratch though. Like, think about it. In situations like this, like if this is a match and I have to shoot it from here, it's one of those like, I just better make the damn ball, so that way hopefully I can do something, you know. What do I do? Do I set up for another 4-9 combo? The 4 doesn't pass the 8. Do I really want to shoot the 3 to get position on the 4 here? The ghost is on the hill. The ghost is on the hill. Do I really want to attempt to set up for the 4-9 combo? Man, that's so difficult to tell. I gotta shoot the 2 here, get position for the 3 to roll forward either for the 4-9 combo or roll up for the 4 on the side. What to do? What to do? Ooh, this is tricky. I haven't made up my mind yet. Oh, and I gotta be careful about this 8 ball. Well, with that angle, I'm setting up the 4-9 combo. Because I don't think I'm getting position now. Since I hit it too hard. Alright, so what's the perfect line for the 4-9 combo? So right around there, basically where the 3 ball is at. Alright, let me just try to focus on making this ball. Okay. Moment of truth. To keep the ghost from winning the set. Ah! I was close on that one. Well, I lost that first set. 6-9. I tell you what, though. If that ends up being a real score, I can be happy with that. If this ends up being a real score, I can be happy with that. Oh my goodness. So let's switch back to this. All right. And let's just take a small break. Eves, you're saying that sounds like a job for a Raspberry Pi controlled by my phone or a touch screen in the room. Well, if I had someone that could actually drive the stream for me, that would make things a little bit different. But right now, it's just me. Like when I'm out there, I have to have faith that everything in here is running smoothly. Because if and that's another reason why I started playing the stream on my TV, so that way I can see the chat and see how the stream is actually running. Because if I happen to see that the TV that the stream is messed up on the TV, then I know to rush back here and try to fix everything. So it's a little more difficult than my old setup where I had my streaming computer right there in the pool room when I was in my garage. Not so serious pool. Take care, brother. 8-hour ride ahead to Denmark. Do drive safe, my friend. Whew. All right. Well, so yeah, like I think that like even in that set there, I actually think that I considered myself playing quote unquote well, but I can't expect to play perfect. Would I love to just wipe the ghost 9-0 for all of y'all? I mean, of course I would. But I do think that's a little unreasonable. But maybe one day I can have a one-off performance like that. But I think overall, yeah, I mean, I think I was playing okay. I mean, y'all would have to tell me. I'm pretty sure there might be even some trolls in the chat. It's like I played horribly. I couldn't break well, and whatever. But from my own perspective, I think I played okay. So hopefully, if I'm going to try to play the ghost without taking ball in hand, which I will certainly do. Giroman, thank you, or Giromen, if I pronounced that correctly. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate it. If I try to play that set again without taking ball in hand after the break, y'all are probably gonna watch me get destroyed. But I'll do it. I'll do it. So that way you can see the difference. Ooh, this is a good question. Who do I think is gonna win the U.S. Open? Well, who do I think is going to win? I probably have to give it to Federer or Joshua Filler. Who would I like to win? I wouldn't mind SVB getting how many titles would it be, his 7th one? I think, because I think he's tied right now with Earl Strickland for the most U.S. Open championship wins, which I believe is 6. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So to see him get basically to have the new record of most U.S. Open wins, I think that would be a fantastic thing to see. Here we go. Here's my buddy Jay Bird. Says he played Federer 2nd round in the tournament. Asked coach for advice. He says just try to make contact with a few object balls and maybe you'll pocket a few along the way. I mean, that's what I'm gonna try to do, right? We'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. For regular guys, as optimistic as I would love to be, I also have to be realistic. Now, I will say on a dime of realism, I wouldn't mind cashing. I would not mind cashing if I can get into the top 64. I certainly wouldn't mind that, because I will at least have cashed in the event if I did that. But like I said, all I can do is attempt to do my best and see how it goes. But I'm certainly gonna go up there and try to just have no expectations. Lately, what I've been doing is I've been playing with a lot less emotions on my shoulders. If that makes sense, meaning that I don't really show, any frustration or any types of disturbances in my games whenever I make mistakes, or anything of the sorts. And that's allowed me to have a much clearer head when I'm playing. And I think I've also seen some dramatic improvements because of that as well. And so to me, like I think that's the best thing I can do for myself is to not have any expectations and do not to not put any pressure on myself. If I miss, against someone like Fedor, I just have to just shrug it off and just hope that I get back to the table again. Like, what else could actually, what? There was a live stream that I did a couple of years ago where I reviewed my match against Roland Garcia. And when I was down 5-6 in a race to 7, I believe I was breaking. I broke, made a ball, or all I know is I got one shot at the table, and I don't think I could see the one ball, and I ended up trying to do some sort of kick shot, and I made the kick, but I left him and out, and the only thing I could say was I was sitting in my chair like this, watching. I even think I had like my knees up here, and I was just watching the table and just like hoping for another shot at the table to try to go 6-6 against Roland Garcia in a 9-ball match, but I ended up losing, right? So I kind of feel like, to me, that would be the same thing if I play Fedor. Like, if I miss a shot against Fedor and I see that he's got an out, I can only just sit in my chair and just intently watch and see if I have an opportunity to play. Yes, Bart, if you look, I believe it should be on my homepage of my YouTube channel. The video or the live stream is titled "How I Play Up Against an 800 Fargo Rated Player," and that was a match that got streamed by I think it was Pool Action TV at the time at Skinny Bob's in Round Rock, Texas, and I played up against Roland Garcia in a race to 7, and I lost 5-7. It was probably one of the best matches I've ever had against a pro. Let go my Lego. I'm not entirely sure. I would imagine, actually, if I go back through and read my contract that I had to sign for the event, I would be certain that there's probably a clause in there about streaming your own stuff, because Matchroom will be doing their own streaming, and as far as I know, ESPN is going to be there as well. So I'm pretty sure personalized streaming is probably going to be prohibited. Bang Time Pool, I do believe it's winter break. I think all of the open events are winter breaks. Now I don't know if some of the WNT ranking events, those might be alternating breaks, but I do believe the open events are winter break formats. Yeah, I think the same thing, Rahman. That's the issue that you're gonna end up running into. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to be taking my Osmo Pocket. I'm going to attempt to do like some form of a vlog style content of what my experience was like up there. So whenever I have downtime between matches, I'm gonna try to see if I can get here's what I would love to do. Is after my match with Fedor, regardless of what the hell, let's just be realistic. After Fedor, if Fedor ends up beating me, I will say if. I was about to say after Fedor, but no, I'll say if Fedor beats me, I will try to see if I can get an interview from him, and just to get his opinion on how I played and what does he think I need to do to like improve. I think that would be like fantastic to do. And I do have an experiment that I would like to try on a lot of players up there, just to get some feedback. I don't want to spoil what I'm talking about, because I got to see if I can collect enough video clips to try this experiment. 4 regular guys. How many total playing in the tournament? 256. So there's me plus 255 other individuals. Bart, you're asking what's my Fargo rating? I'm currently a 652. Joey B, thank you so much. Just take my time before shooting. That's all I can do, but I got to make sure I don't take too much time, right? I don't want to violate the shot clock. And then that's going to be the other thing too, because since I get to play against FEDOR GORST, I don't even know if I'm going to be on a TV table or not. Like, we'll see. We will see. Let's see. Todd Michael, you're saying that the amateurs have it hard. No doubt. There's a group of us. Me and a group of friends. We're going up there, and I think every one of us, we are matched up against like a top rated pro. Like, and I've got the hardest draw out of all of us in regards to our first match. I've got three or four other buddies. I think every opponent that we're playing against, we're either the pro is either like maybe top 50. I think is the lowest that the pro is. I think. Cigarette King, destroy him with fun. That's the best thing I can hopefully do. That's the best thing I'm hopefully going to be able to do. So I'm certainly going to try to shake his hand and get a picture as well. Okay, I think that's a long enough break. I saw at one point I had like over 100 people in here watching, and then everybody drops off whenever we're taking a break. So, like I said, I will attempt to play the ghost with no ball in hand, and so you're about to watch me get destroyed. Me not taking ball in hand in this particular set might play a little bit more realism to how my match could go against FEDOR. Granted that, you know, in an actual match where I'm allowed to play safes as well, like I can only hope that I'm going to be able to play like some good safeties every now and again. But watch, I mean, I lost the first match 6-9. This one's going to be quite different. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. So here we go. Okay, let's reset the score. So y'all at least saw a couple of times where I might have had a shot after the break, which is the best thing I can hope for in an actual match. So let's see what I can do. All right. So I got to make a ball on the break, and I got to make sure I can see the lowest ball on the table. And I thought I was going to be able to see the 1, but then the 3 gets in my way. Okay. So Like I said, this is how brutal this kind of format can be. Now, with the one on the spot, I haven't played the one on the spot Ghost in quite some time, but if I were to practice the one on the spot Ghost, I can play that format without taking ball in hand. Well, if Ryan, if I'm going to allow myself a push out, that, I mean, to me, that's almost just as good as taking ball in hand. Like I said, almost just as good. Oh, there's that. I can do it though. Like I've had a couple of practice racks before where I'd make the one in the side and I would have some sort of shot on. Sometimes the two might fall as well, but I'll have a shot on the lowest ball on the table. I've done it a couple of times. I don't do it consecutively, but I have done it a couple of times. The reality of it is, I just don't play this format a lot as an amateur, so I don't really practice this format a whole lot either. Well, I mean, I could see the ball. The likelihood of me making this ball and getting position on the three ball is not looking good. Because all I can do is roll forward, and I'm more than likely going to hit the seven. I got to hopefully put enough pace to bounce off the seven, bounce off the side rail, and come far enough off the side rail to have a chance at seeing the three ball. Let's have a fluke somewhere. Not quite. So, like I said, this is tough. This is tough. This is not easy to do. But it also doesn't help that my brakes are not really good right now. I think I overcut that one. That's why I lost control of my cue ball. I didn't consider that. I'm just going to re-break. I didn't consider scratching on the break. I think in other circumstances, I probably would just go ahead and consider that a loss. but not right now. All right, this looks promising. Let's see what I can do here. Oh, that 2-ball is pretty darn deep in the pocket, which prevents me from being able to maneuver the cue ball. So I might have to settle shooting the 3-ball down here. I don't think I can maneuver the cue ball. Actually, maybe I can maneuver the cue ball. I think I'm going to go ahead and risk it. I'm going to try to maneuver my cue ball between the 4 and the 9 and be able to play the 2-ball or the 3-ball in the same pocket. Never mind. Oh, gee whiz. All right, we're not out yet, though. We're not out yet. I think I can still cross-bank this 3-ball. Give me a fluke. That would have been a nice fluke. Yeah, Barton, and I thought I had to hit it thick because I didn't want to catch the point of the pocket. But you're right. I did end up hitting the 2-ball too thick. So I probably should have just settled and took the shot on the 3 going down there. Jaybird, I think the rail first option had the same risk where that point, the point of the pocket was just a little too big. But I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know what's up with that. I haven't scratched on the brake in this format. I haven't scratched on the brake in I don't know how long. Dang, Samson, you really want some like a robotic setup here? Yeah, that would be nice. Well, this is what can happen if you hit the 1-ball too thick. That you can actually draw your cue ball back down table. Okay, let's see here. This is not easy. Same thing. Oh, even get a little love off the 8 ball on the mulligan. Well, decent break, and I could see the lowest ball on the table, but I'm stuck with the combo, and I have to bridge over the 9. Well, I don't mind occasionally giving y'all a highlight shot. Now I just hope I can get out. All right, come on. Ooh, I thought I missed that ball. Come on, catch a roll. Not quite. Even if I would have made it. Even if I would have made it, let's see. Yeah, I think I'm playing on tilt now. Come on. If my cue ball was in the center of the table, that would have been nice, but I overthrew it. All right, so let's see if I can kick it. Tough game, everybody. It's a tough game. I think after I finish this, we'll try one more set with ball in hand after the break, and then I think I'll call it a night. And I'll just roll right into the next set. No break in between. Yeah, I do agree with you, Jaybird. With the 9 on the spot, breaking from the box, it's just so much harder to win without taking ball in hand. I was just up for the challenge. Oh, this 6 ball is big. I hope the 6 ball doesn't block me with what I'm about to try. I think I got it. I got it. Okay. Now, these are a lot of big movements. I hope I don't scratch to the side. Come on, get past the 9. I'd love to get at least one rack. I'd love to at least get one rack. The heck do I do here now? That would be just my luck if I froze right on the 7 ball and couldn't see this 5 ball. That would be just my luck. Yes! All right! Ah! I did it! I did it! I got one! Whew. That was not easy. Holy cow, I hope y'all recognize that that was not easy. I had what? Two big shots back to back. And heck, even shooting the 8-ball was not easy. All right, let's see if I can get another one. Everything else after this is just a bonus. Come on, I'll take a golden break. I can't see the one. Okay, let's see here. So that takes me to the pockets. I need to be able to come a diamond short. That's to the pocket. Well, at least I hit it. At least I hit it. Eves, you're crazy. Do a math day like Chris Melling in that 8-ball run out that he did against Mika. Breaks are starting to look a little better. Just got to be able to see the lowest ball on the table. And then maybe I have a chance. Hmm. That one just touch harder. Favorite pool table of all time? I mean, it's got to be my home table, right? Oh, this is a terrible angle too. The bump, take it. Oh, ooh. Normally when I see that, the ball does not drop. So I'm thankful that it did. Oh, all right. That one broke me. That one broke me. Oh my goodness. That one broke me. I'm tilted now. I'm thinking so much in my head, like, oh, what would to get two would have been great. And I think I psyched myself out. Oh my goodness. All right, shake that one off. Let's see if we can still grab one more. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what I'm talking about. It finally happened. Like, a lot of times I think a ball like that should go in, but I have to hit it cleaner, or I have to hit it softer, or I have to not touch the freaking rail. Ugh. Okay. Well, Let's make it official. So that's a tough miss, but doggone it. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Could have had 2. This could have been number 3, or at least it still could have been an actual 2 again. But there you go. I get destroyed by the ghost with no ball in hand, 1-9. So let's roll right into one more set. This time I'll be taking ball in hand again. And hopefully I can be a little bit of a favorite if I can keep having the breaks have been really good. I think my breaks have been really good these past couple of racks. So hopefully I can keep that up. I don't know. Y'all would have to tell me, like, are my breaks quote unquote firm enough? I had to pick up the 6 ball so I can move the rack. Whew. Okay. So, I mean, I could try to get out from here without taking ball in hand, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take ball in hand. I think I'm going to give myself just a little bit more of an angle here, so that way I can play the 2 ball in the same pocket. If I hit the ball hard enough, holy crap! I guess that needed a thinner cut angle on that 1 ball. I've now made this harder than it needs to be. Stop, 3. Oh, look familiar? When I start hitting shots like that cleaner, oh, I'm going to be a dangerous player. Oh. I mean, my goodness, I just have to correct my aim by like a millimeter, so that way I don't touch the rail. Whew. Come on. Well, this makes it harder if I don't make a ball on the break. Spread looks decent, though. I just don't like playing from the 4 to the 5. Because if I just do a stop shot, I have a bad angle. I got to draw back a little bit, and that I can easily get out of hand there if I'm not careful. Do that earlier. Whatever. That's just a miss. I certainly thought on that one that my angle on the 4 was actually fine, but I definitely hit it too hard. Probably should have just rolled it in and just took whatever I was going to get. Thanks. Okay, 5 does go on the side, and the 4 is set up to get that position. But going from the 3 to the 4, that is the trick. Hell, even my opening shot is not an easy one here. A little gappy there. This work? Can I reach this? Wow! I did not see that coming. I thought I was totally going to hit the rail here. This is what I get for playing the ghost with no ball in hand earlier. It's taking everything out of me. But I'm not giving up. We're gonna win some racks. Whew. that's just garbage. Like, seriously? Even with ball in hand, that's just garbage. Oh, this is gross. Stop. Stop. Get on the rail. I want to hit you harder than that. This move always puzzles me. I can live with that. A lot of times I have a hard time deciding whether or not I want to go up and down like this. And a lot of times I mess it up. And I actually wanted to get much deeper into the corner pocket, but I was afraid of scratching. But I can hopefully work with this. Oh my gosh. That's gonna wear me down. Whew. All right. Hey, Ramon, thanks for so much for sticking around, man. I will see you later in the Discord. Did I mark the rack? I don't remember if I marked the rack. Someone let me know in the chat if I'm down 0 to 4 or 0 to 5. See some yeses, so I'm assuming that means I'm down 0-4. Okay, thank you. What am I going to do here? Tough shot. Oh, that's not good. Woo, that's not good for my mental state there. I thought I missed that one. Clear your head. Clear your head. Ah, finally. Okay. We're on the board. Okay. Now, just out of curiosity, I hardly ever break from this side. So, I mean, why not? That's why not. Golly, what a mess with that 2 ball. Oh my goodness. What the heck am I going to do here? Like, seriously, what the heck am I going to do here? Like, I think my best bet is to do a 2-9 billiard. If I set this up. Like, it's a low possibility because the 2 ball doesn't pass the 7, and there's probably no way I can break it out, even with ball in hand. So yeah, I think I have to set up for a 2-9 billiard. I can get right about here, then I have a chance. I'm saying there's a chance. Okay. Oh, never mind. There was barely a chance on that one. All right. Well, that's what I get for breaking on the right or my right side of the table when I hardly ever do so. But I am aware of the strategy of being able to break from both sides of the table, depending upon where the 2 ball is racked. However, it's a little too late to practice that. So I will be just breaking from one side of the table the entire time. Nine ball, you could have fell. Like, I certainly would have appreciated you falling. Okay. Moving from the 4 to the 5 and then from the 5 to the 7. This is going to be tricky. Oh, gosh. Ugh. All right, what can I say? I'm going to mark it up till I'm worn out. So, and mind you, these shots that I'm missing, I am playing position for these shots, and I'm just missing them. Could I get slightly better position? Yeah, I probably could. I can get a decent break every now and again, but then I don't have a shot at the lowest ball. So I gotta play. Can you imagine if I play a push against Federer? Like, what am I supposed to do if I play a push? Push out to a jump shot? what good is that gonna do me if I push out to a jump shot? Like, seriously. Ah, this is gross. What am I supposed to do here? The 4 does not pass the 7, so how do I get my cue ball right here from the 3 ball? What the heck do I do here? I think I have to get like fairly flat on the 3 ball and just try to muscle it down here. Like, seriously, what am I supposed to do here? Well, that certainly wasn't going to do it. Ah, these are all tough shots. Even if I would have made it. Whew. And then look at the 3 ball. Yeah, Eves, my pockets, even though they're pro cut, 4.5 inches. Like I said, they are tough. I mean, my 8 foot table that I had was a lot more lenient than this table is. I mean, there's a big difference between the way the rails on this table behave and the way the pockets behave versus my old table. My old table was a lot more forgiving. Don't get behind the 6 ball. That's exactly what you did. Ah, set up to play this combo, but I did not want to play this combo from a jump shot. Come on, set up for the corner at least. Somewhat. Ooh. Oh, I didn't even get shape on that ball. That was going to be a tough one after not getting a decent position on the 4 ball. Oh, well. Oh. I completely lost my cue ball on that one. I cut the 1 ball way too much. Yeah, even seeing it on the replay, I can see that I cut the 1 ball way too much. All right. Let's see here. Can I get a couple of more racks? This is not the angle I wanted on the 4. Well, wrong side of the 5. But let's work with it. Combos are tough. All right, everybody. That one was rough. That was a rough one. Oh. Well, even after taking ball in hand after the break, I still get destroyed by the ghost 1-9. Well, I think that's going to pretty much do it for tonight. Yeah, it took me almost 3 hours to stream 3 sets of 9 with a small break in between. So yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Tuesday. Right? I'm driving up there, tomorrow. Definitely gonna try to get some practice on the actual tables up there, so I can see what the how different the table conditions are gonna be, and how my shooting is gonna be on slicker cloth with smaller pockets, and yeah, we will see how everything is going. So if you haven't done so already, please give this stream a thumbs up, whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on YouTube. It really doesn't matter. If you're on Facebook, considering sharing it to your Facebook profile so that way your friends and family can get to know me and to hopefully maybe gain their interest in pool. And also, if you're not following my Facebook page, I would suggest that you do, because that's where I'll be posting like any updates of what's going on with the U.S. Open and stuff, as far as like taking pictures or doing whatever. And as much as I can, I'll try to gather at least some clips that I can share and whatnot. And let's just see what happens. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I hope everybody was at least able to enjoy. I at least gave off what I thought to be a pretty good performance on the first set. But then I managed to get one rack without taking ball in hand. But then that third set, I just completely fell apart. But I can honestly say that's pool for you, right? You know, sometimes you're going to play good and sometimes you're going to play bad. And that's the benefit of doing live streams, because you get to see how I actually play in person. So hope everybody was able to enjoy that. Everybody have a good night and take care of yourself, and I'll keep you updated on how I do in the U.S. Open.